Hello, it's me again, your boy. Welcome to another episode. So, today we are going to introduce to you a new member of the Majestic Bean channel family, which is our new grinder. As I don't know if you've seen, but my last grinder, the Baratza & Co, caught fire, and I think it was because of some issue with the printed board or some electrical issue. I'm not sure. I had to replace it either way, but it took around 2 weeks to get the replacement part. So in the meantime, I was looking for another grinder, basically an espresso grinder, and I found this Fiorenzato F4 espresso grinder on sale. It's a used grinder, but it's like 9 months old, still under warranty, and I got it for a very good price. So I thought, what the hell, let's upgrade. And the next day, as soon as I got the grinder, the next day I also received the replacement part for the Baratza. So that was interesting. But anyway, I don't regret upgrading. This is a great grinder. It's considered a commercial grinder, so you could actually use this one in a cafe because it could bear the load of a couple of kilos a day of grinding coffee. So it's definitely gonna do the job for our needs here. I also did a couple of little modifications to it because, as you can see, it's missing a hopper, right? So you're thinking like, what the hell, man? Where's the hopper? As I've said before, I change between coffee beans very often, and I brew both espresso coffee and I use my AeroPress a lot, especially for iced coffees. So I took the hopper out because it's easier to single those beans, right? And I also, what I did is I took out this grounds chute, I think that's what it's called. And inside there is a little declumper mesh that usually helps make the coffee grounds fluffier. But in this case, because I'm single dosing, and there isn't a lot of coffee on top pushing through the burrs and out of the ground chute, it was making it very difficult to get all of the coffee that I was putting in out as ground coffee, meaning I had a lot of grounds retention. When I took the little declumper thingy out, I made it easier to get all of the stuck ground coffee inside out into my little cup, which means I decreased the amount of grounds retention in this grinder. I'm also waiting on a little collapsible cup. Then it's gonna make it easier to get even more of the coffee grounds retention inside by just pushing it like this. And then I'm gonna create a little vacuum seal, which gonna and some air blowing out through the burrs, and I'm gonna be able to literally make this grinder a 0 gram retention grinder, I guess. But we'll see how that goes. It should arrive anytime soon, so we'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how this little baby works. I also found a good use for this little stupid plastic tamper that came originally with the Gaggia Classic. What I do is just put it inside here where I feed the coffee beans, and what it does is it prevents the popcorning effect of coffee beans just jumping out of here, and that's a very common problem that people have when they single dose on the coffee grinders. So I just put the beans in, put this on top, and it's all good, ready to go. I'm gonna show you how it works. So I have the grinder plugged. I also found it very useful for preventing static with my coffee grounds to spray a bit of water on the whole beans before grinding them. So I'm gonna show you that as well. Let's grind some coffee. I usually dose in this little plastic cup I found here. The great thing about this grinder is, before with the Baratza, because the Baratza & Co is not really made for espresso grinding, it was very difficult to dial in coffees. Like, you don't have a big choice of adjustments, which means that sometimes you need to compromise instead of grinding finer, you need to increase the dose and so on. So that made life a bit difficult. With this grinder, since it's a espresso made grinder, I can just dose 18 grams if I want it, and then I can specifically dial in to that dose, which is great because I'm not gonna waste as much coffee as I wasted before. I'm gonna dose 18 grams because I have an 18 gram coffee basket. I usually dose just over 18 grams. I'm gonna do 18.3. Then I'm gonna spray it. So I usually do 3 sprays of water. Also, don't forget to stir your coffee grounds. And what this does is increase the moisture level in the roasted beans, which eventually will prevent static building up on the inside metal parts of the grinder. This way, by spraying the beans, you will also kind of decrease the retention level. I've already dialed in these beans, so I need them on 4.6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, it's pretty good. I just feed it in, tear my coffee cup, and then I put the little plastic tamper inside. So I'm not pressing or anything, I just leave it there and gravity will do its trick. Then I start grinding. So here we have 17 grams of coffee. So there is 1 gram somewhere around here that I need to push out. And for now, what I'm doing is I take this out and then I push the grind button and then I just tap the grinder on top. And now we have 18.5. So I got 1.5 grams of coffee out, which means there was already some coffee stuck inside. Anyway, what I'm gonna do now is throw away half a gram of coffee and we can make some espresso. I've had my machine preheated, so it's all ready to go. Light the portafilter, let's do it. Fluff it up. You get this whisk on eBay for a couple of bucks. Double espresso today, so I'll do a simple 1:2 ratio, which works good for these beans. So it's good, as I said, it's 18 grams in, so I'll be getting 36 grams out. Make sure you stir your espresso instead of swirling it. That way you get a nice balanced drink, because when you leave espresso, you have layers forming on it, and then when you swirl it, you just and you drink it, then you're not getting all of the balanced flavors at the same time. This way, when you stir it, everything is nice and balanced. That's good stuff. With this new grinder, what's also interesting is that the coffee will generally taste better as well, because it's able to grind more uniformly, which means the little coffee grounds are much more similar in size to each other than previously with the Baratza and Core. And that means that the more similar they are in size, the more even extraction you are getting when you're making coffee, and that results in a more balanced and tastier espresso. So if you are considering to upgrade to a new grinder for your espresso needs, you should consider getting a grinder specifically made for espresso, such as maybe the Baratza Sete 270, or maybe another grinder like a Mazda or whatever, or even the Fiorenzato. It doesn't really matter. So that's my tip. Let me know if you have any questions. I still have the Barazza somewhere around here. It's fixed, it's good to go, but now that I have the Fiorenzato, I don't think I'm gonna use the Barazza anymore. I'll just keep it as a replacement grinder in case something happens to this one. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, buckaroos, how'd you like that? No matter if you did or didn't, tell us what you think in the comments below. We love you either way. Check out our other videos, subscribe to the channel, and while you're here, have a look at our social media accounts. We have some cool content going on there as well. Also, if you have an idea or a topic that we should cover in a video, let us know. At the end of the day, we're making content for you. Alright, I need another coffee now. Peace!